Do you know what the biggest secret is behind those homes that always look spotless and organized without their owners spending hours cleaning every day? You've probably wondered how some people manage to keep their houses perfectly clean with what seems like minimal effort. Today you're going to discover the 10 most powerful secrets of oriental cleaning methods that have transformed millions of homes worldwide. These aren't just cleaning tips, they're intelligent systems that work in your favor. If you don't learn these techniques today, you'll continue spending twice the time to achieve half the results. Each method I'm about to share has been tested by generations and scientifically proven to work. Prepare yourself, because what you're about to learn will forever change how you approach home cleaning. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete arsenal of strategies that will transform your house into an always clean and organized environment without the stress of traditional deep cleaning. These oriental techniques focus on working smarter, not harder, and they're about to revolutionize your entire cleaning routine. Tip 1. The 5-minute rule that changes everything. The first revolutionary technique is based on the concept that small daily actions prevent major future problems. This rule involves dedicating just 5 minutes per room in your house every day, focusing on one specific task. It sounds too simple to work, but it's exactly this simplicity that makes the method so effective. Let's understand how to apply it. Choose one room in your house and define a single task for that time period. For example, in the kitchen, you can focus only on cleaning the sink and organizing it. In the bathroom, concentrate only on the mirror and countertop. In the living room, dedicate yourself solely to dusting the main furniture. The secret lies in consistency, not intensity. What happens when you apply this technique is truly transformative. First, you'll never again need to do those giant cleaning sessions that take up entire days. Second, your house will always be in a presentable state because you're constantly caring for it in small doses. Third, you'll develop the automatic habit of organization without even realizing you're cleaning. The science behind this technique relates to neurological habit formation. When you perform the same simple action repeatedly, your brain creates neural pathways that make the task automatic. In approximately 3 weeks, you'll discover that these daily 5 minutes have become a natural part of your routine, like brushing your teeth. Many people make the mistake of wanting to clean everything at once and then go weeks without doing anything. This creates a vicious cycle of accumulation and heavy cleaning. With the 5-minute rule, you break this cycle and maintain a constant cleaning pattern that's much easier to sustain long term. Tip 2. The power of top-to-bottom cleaning. This second technique will completely change your efficiency when cleaning any room. The fundamental principle is to always start from the highest points and finish with the lowest ones, following the natural logic of gravity. This approach eliminates rework and ensures you clean each surface only once. Let's start with practical application. When you enter a room to clean, first look at the ceiling, fans, light fixtures, and high parts of the walls. Next, move to medium surfaces like tables, beds, sofas, and countertops. Finally, take care of the floor and baseboards. This sequence ensures that any dirt that falls during cleaning of high areas gets removed when you reach the lower areas. The most common mistake people make is starting with the floor. Imagine the frustration of cleaning the entire floor and then realizing that dust from furniture has dirtied everything again. With the top-to-bottom technique, you completely eliminate this possibility and make the process much more logical and efficient. The benefits of this approach go beyond practicality. You'll save cleaning products because you won't need to clean the same surface twice. Your time will be dramatically optimized because every movement will have a defined purpose. Additionally, you'll feel a greater sense of progress because you can see results accumulating in an organized way. To completely master this technique, develop the habit of doing a quick visual analysis of the room before starting. Identify all the high points that need attention, mentally plan your cleaning route, and then execute following the established sequence rigorously. Over time, this will become an automatic and intuitive process. Tip 3. The damp cloth technique that eliminates 90% of dirt. Many people underestimate the power of a simple damp cloth, but this oriental technique proves that sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective. The secret lies in using the right moisture and correct technique to capture and remove most dirt without needing aggressive chemical products. Preparing the cloth is fundamental to the success of this technique. Use warm water, not hot or cold, because warm temperature is ideal for loosening dirt without damaging surfaces. The cloth should be damp but not soaked. A good measure is to wring the cloth well until it stops dripping, but still maintains enough moisture to capture dust and dirt particles. The correct movement makes all the difference in the final result. Always move the cloth in long, steady movements without pressing too hard. Always start from the side farthest from you and work toward your body. This prevents you from spreading dirt to already cleaned areas. When the cloth starts accumulating dirt, rinse it in clean water and wring it again before continuing. This technique works because moisture has the natural property of attracting and capturing microscopic particles that a dry cloth cannot remove. Dust, pet hair, mites, and many types of bacteria are effectively eliminated with this simple method. You'll discover that you can clean surfaces that seem to require special products using only water. The environments where this technique is most effective include wooden furniture, glass, mirrors, countertops, appliances, and even painted walls. To further enhance results, you can add a minimal drop of neutral detergent to the water, creating a gentle solution that increases cleaning power without harming surfaces. Now, before continuing with the next tips, if you're enjoying these revolutionary techniques, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. And tell me in the comments, what city are you watching this video from? I love knowing where our followers are. Now let's continue with more incredible secrets. Tip of 4. The 3-box method for instant organization. This technique will solve once and for all the disorganization problem that hinders any cleaning process. The method consists of using 3 containers or boxes during the cleaning of any room, categorizing objects quickly and efficiently. This initial separation makes the entire subsequent process much more fluid and organized. The first box is for items that will stay in the current room. These are objects that really belong in that space and just need to be put in their correct places. The second box is for items that belong in other rooms of the house and need to be returned to their appropriate locations. The third box is for items that can be donated, sold, or discarded because they no longer have utility in your current life. When you enter a room to organize and clean, the first task is to take all objects that are out of place and distribute them into these 3 categories. Don't overthink each item. Trust your initial instinct. If you hesitate for more than 3 seconds about an object, it can probably go in the third box. This quick decision prevents analysis paralysis that leaves many people stuck in the organization process. The benefits of this method are immediate and lasting. First, you eliminate the visual clutter that makes any room harder to clean. Second, you create real physical space to clean efficiently. Third, you develop the mental habit of questioning the utility of each object, which prevents future accumulation of unnecessary items. The psychological aspect of this technique is extremely powerful. When you see objects organized in clear categories, you feel an immediate sense of control over the environment. This sense of control translates into motivation to continue with the cleaning and organization process. Many people report that this method completely transformed their relationship with house tidying. To maximize results, establish a weekly routine where you apply the 3-box method to a different room each time. This way, your entire house will stay organized without needing to dedicate entire days to major cleanups. Consistency is more important than intensity in this process. Tip 5. The spiral cleaning technique that saves energy. This revolutionary approach completely changes how you move during cleaning, saving physical and mental energy. Instead of going back and forth randomly through the room, you'll work in an organized spiral that ensures maximum efficiency and prevents you from wasting time revisiting already cleaned areas. The spiral movement always starts from the wall farthest from the room's entrance door. You'll work following the walls clockwise, cleaning all surfaces on this path until you reach near the door again. Then you make a second round, this time focusing on the central area of the room. Finally, you do the finishing touches on details that may have been left pending. This technique works because it takes advantage of the natural movement pattern our body prefers. When we follow a logical and predictable route, we spend less mental energy deciding what the next step will be. Our brain can focus totally on cleaning quality instead of wasting energy deciding where to go next. Practical application of this technique requires a little initial planning, but the results completely compensate. Before starting, make a quick observation of the room and mentally visualize the spiral you'll follow. Identify possible obstacles like large furniture and plan how you'll navigate around them while maintaining the spiral flow. The benefits include significant reduction in physical fatigue, because you eliminate unnecessary movements. Your concentration improves dramatically because you have a clear sequence to follow. Total cleaning time decreases considerably because there's no wasted movement or rework. Additionally, you ensure no area is forgotten because the spiral systematically covers the entire room. This technique is especially effective in larger rooms like living rooms, bedrooms, and kitchens. In very small spaces like powder rooms, you can adapt the concept by making just one complete round along the walls before focusing on the central area. The important thing is to always maintain the logic of organized and predictable movement. Tip 6. The secret of neutral surfaces for deep cleaning. One of the most important discoveries in oriental cleaning is that different types of dirt respond better to different levels of acidity and alkalinity. This technique teaches you to identify the type of dirt and use the ideal neutral solution to remove it effectively, without damaging surfaces and without excessive effort. For acidic dirt, like citrus food residues, spilled sodas, or fruit stains, you'll use a slightly alkaline solution. Mix 1 spoon of baking soda in a cup of warm water. This mixture will neutralize the acidity and remove the stain without harming the surface where it's settled. For alkaline dirt, like accumulated soap, cleaning product residues, or limestone stains, you'll use a slightly acidic solution. Mix 1 spoon of white vinegar in a cup of warm water. This solution will balance the pH and effectively dissolve these types of problematic residues. The secret lies in correctly identifying the type of dirt before choosing the solution. Sticky and gummy dirt is usually acidic. Whitish and dried dirt is usually alkaline. When you're not sure about the nature of the dirt, always start with pure water, which is naturally neutral and won't cause any harmful reaction. This scientific approach to cleaning eliminates unnecessary use of aggressive chemical products that can damage delicate surfaces or cause respiratory problems. You'll discover that you can solve most cleaning problems using only water, baking soda, and vinegar. 3 safe and economical ingredients. Correct application of this technique requires initial patience to observe results. Apply the chosen solution to the stain, let it work for a few minutes so the chemical reaction can happen, and then remove with a clean cloth. If the first application doesn't completely solve it, repeat the process. Persistence with the correct solution always brings better results than brute force with inadequate products. Tip 7. The single movement rule that speeds everything up. This technique will transform your efficiency by eliminating one of the biggest time wasters in cleaning: unnecessary repetition of movements. The basic principle is that each movement should have a specific purpose and should be executed completely the first time, avoiding the need to return to the same area again. Single movement means that when you go to clean a surface, you carry with you everything you'll need to complete that task entirely. For example, if you're going to clean a table, you bring the cloth, cleaning product, a dry cloth to finish, and any specific tool that might be necessary. This way, you complete all cleaning of that surface in a single approach. Preparation is fundamental to the success of this technique. Before starting to clean any room, you should make a mental or written list of all specific tasks you need to execute. Then you organize all necessary materials in a basket or bucket so they're always within reach during the entire process. Practical application requires initial discipline, but results are immediate. When you approach any surface or object, you should be mentally prepared to leave it completely clean before moving to the next task. This means carefully observing if there's any detail that needs additional attention before considering that step completed. The benefits of this approach include dramatic reduction in total cleaning time because you eliminate unnecessary back and forth trips. Your concentration improves significantly because you maintain focus on one task until its total completion. Cleaning quality increases because you dedicate complete attention to each surface individually. This technique is especially powerful when combined with the other techniques you've already learned. Single movement works perfectly within the cleaning spiral and enhances the effectiveness of the damp cloth. When you master this integration of techniques, your home cleaning transforms into a fluid and highly efficient process. Tip 8. The preventive cleaning method that avoids dirt. The 8th revolutionary technique focuses on preventing dirt from accumulating instead of just removing it after it's already settled. This oriental method understands that it's much easier and more efficient to prevent dirt from forming than to battle to remove it later. It's a mindset change that completely transforms your relationship with home cleaning. The foundation of this technique lies in observing dirt patterns in your house. For 1 week, pay special attention to which locations get dirty most quickly and what types of dirt accumulate most frequently. You'll discover there's a predictable logic. Certain areas of the house naturally attract certain types of dirt due to use, humidity, ventilation, or positioning. Once these patterns are identified, you'll implement simple but effective preventive barriers. For example, strategically positioned mats at entrances capture dirt from shoes before it spreads throughout the house. Dry cloths, left in strategic locations, allow quick cleanups before spills and drips transform into permanent stains. Preventive cleaning also includes small adjustments in daily habits that make an enormous difference long-term. Cleaning spills immediately after cooking prevents them from hardening and transforming into difficult stains. Drying wet surfaces prevents mold and limestone formation. Putting objects in their places immediately after use maintains constant organization. Before we continue, let me tell you something quick. If you want to earn real extra income, working from home and learning something that can become a profitable business, I've prepared a complete guide where I show you how to create handmade soaps from scratch, which ingredients to use, and even how to sell to attract customers. The link is in the first pinned comment, and attention, the special discount is only for channel subscribers and for very few days. After that, the price returns to normal. Now let's continue with the video. The results of this preventive approach are truly transformative. You'll notice that your cleaning sessions become much faster and easier because you're dealing only with fresh and surface dirt. Wear on furniture and surfaces decreases significantly because they're not exposed for long periods to substances that can cause permanent damage. Tip 9. The zoning technique for large houses. This 9th technique is especially valuable for those who have larger houses or apartments with many rooms. Zoning consists of dividing your house into smaller, more manageable areas, creating a rotating cleaning system that ensures all rooms receive adequate attention without overwhelming you on any specific day. The first step is to map all rooms in your house and group them by proximity and function. For example, you can create a rest zone that includes bedrooms and closets, a social zone covering living room and leisure area, a service zone with kitchen and laundry, and a hygiene zone with all bathrooms. This logical division makes planning much simpler and more efficient. Each zone should have a specific day of the week designated for more focused cleaning. But this doesn't mean you'll ignore other areas on other days. Basic maintenance continues daily through the techniques you've already learned. But more detailed and careful cleaning happens on each zone's specific day. Implementation of this technique requires creating a specific task list for each zone. For example, in the rest zone, you might include changing bed linens, organizing closets, cleaning mirrors, and vacuuming rugs. In the social zone, you might focus on upholstered furniture, decorations, electronics, and floors. This specificity prevents you from feeling lost about what to do each day. The benefits of zoning include the feeling of total control over the entire house. Even when it's large and complex, you'll never again feel overwhelmed by the amount of cleaning needed because you're dealing with one manageable area at a time. Additionally, you'll discover you can maintain a consistent cleaning standard without dedicating entire days to exhaustive deep cleans. This technique also allows greater flexibility in your schedule. If one day you have less available time, you can focus only on the zone programmed for that day. If you have more free time, you can advance the next day's zone. The system adapts to your needs without losing efficiency, making home cleaning much more sustainable long-term. Tip 10. The power of finishing that brings complete satisfaction. The 10th and final technique is about how to end each cleaning session so you feel complete satisfaction and motivation to maintain the standard you've achieved. Proper finishing isn't just about completing tasks, but about creating psychological closure that reinforces positive habits and prepares you for the next session. The finishing ritual begins with a complete visual inspection of everything that was cleaned. You'll go through the worked rooms again, carefully observing the results achieved. This review serves both to identify any details that may have gone unnoticed and to allow your brain to register and appreciate the progress made. After visual inspection, dedicate a few minutes to organizing and storing all cleaning materials used. Wash and dry cloths, put products in their appropriate places, and leave everything prepared for the next occasion. This organization of materials is an essential part of the process because it ensures you'll always have everything ready when you need to clean again. The psychological aspect of finishing includes a moment of personal recognition for the work accomplished. It may seem too simple, but dedicating a few seconds to mentally congratulate yourself for the effort and results makes a significant difference in your future motivation. This positive recognition strengthens neural circuits associated with cleaning, making it more likely you'll maintain the habits. Finishing should also include mental planning for the next session. While the rooms are still fresh in your memory, it's the ideal time to identify which areas will need more attention next time, what materials might be necessary, and how much time you should reserve. This advanced planning eliminates the mental resistance that often prevents us from starting cleaning. Last but not least, reserve a moment to consciously enjoy the clean and organized rooms. Sit for a few minutes in each space that was worked on. Breathe the cleaner air, observe the organization, and allow yourself to feel the well-being that a clean environment provides. This positive emotional connection with cleaning results is what transforms an obligatory task into a pleasurable and sustainable habit. And there we have it. We've reached the end of our 10 revolutionary oriental cleaning techniques. You've just discovered a complete system that will forever transform your relationship with home cleaning. From the 5-minute rule that prevents accumulation to the power of finishing that brings complete satisfaction, each technique was carefully chosen to work together and create extraordinary results. Remember that the secret isn't in applying all techniques at once, but in implementing them gradually until they become a natural part of your routine. Start with those that most connect with your current situation and incorporate the others as you feel comfortable. Real transformation happens through consistency, not intensity. Now I want to know from you, which of these techniques will you try first? Leave in the comments which tip caught your attention most and how you plan to put it into practice in your house. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the perfect moment to hit the subscribe button and activate notifications, because we have much more transformative content coming your way. The challenge I leave for you is this. Choose a single technique and apply it for an entire week. Observe the results, feel the difference in your routine, and then come back here to share your experience with our community. I'm sure you'll be impressed with the power of these simple but revolutionary techniques. Until next time, and remember, a clean house is the first step to a more organized and happy life.